I'm just gonna warn you ahead of time, this video is probably gonna be really long because I have a lot to say. What's up guys? It is me, Tia, and I am back again today for a video that I'm super excited to film. I've never really got to go in detail about this on my channel before. What I am doing today is a concert review, which I have done on my channel before, but this one's really exciting because it is for state champs. Now, if you have ever watched any of my videos in the past, you know that I absolutely love state champs. I am state champs trash, and if you, like me, really enjoy state champs, then you know that they have been on tour in the US since the beginning of April, I believe, and they're going to be on tour through the middle of May, so not very much longer for them on tour in the US, but nevertheless it's super exciting. And I was fortunate enough to live somewhere that I could afford to go to 2 stops of the tour. I live in Cedar City, Utah, which is almost right in between Salt Lake City, Utah and Las Vegas, Nevada, and State Champs had tour stops in both of those cities, so I was able to go to both of them. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my experience and how everything went. So basically I had VIP for both shows because I'm State Champs trash, like I said, so if they have VIP, I'm gonna buy it because that's just the kind of person that I am. So I bought VIP for both shows. So for VIP, we had to show up at 4:30, and they checked us in around 5 o'clock, and the VIP started. And basically what you got in the package for VIP is we got to take a picture with them, which we did very first for the meet and greet. And this is my picture from the Salt Lake City show. I was super excited with it. I've met State Champs a bunch of times, but I've never gotten like a picture that I was really happy with. And I really like this one. So that was my picture from that show. And then the meet and greet also included a Q&A with them. Basically, everybody who had VIP just got to sit in there, and if you had a question, you could raise your hand, and the guys answered, like, picked people to ask questions, and they just answered them, and we just hung out for, like, I want to say it was close to, like, 45 minutes, maybe, and then after we were done with the Q&A, we just got to go into the concert before all the GA people. So I showed you my picture for Salt Lake City. This is my meet and greet picture for Las Vegas. I also really like this one. I wanted to do like a funny picture, but I couldn't think of a pose, so I was like, you know what, whatever, we're just gonna smile, it's fine. So I got to meet them twice. They are the nicest band I've probably ever met. I always look forward to meeting them. I have met them several times. It wasn't my first time meeting them. And actually, the second time that I met them in Las Vegas, they kind of remembered me. They were like, I told them my name. I was like, hi, I'm Tia, how are you guys? And they were like, Tia, we've met you before, haven't we? And I was like, yeah, I was at your Salt Lake show. I've been to a bunch of shows before. Like, you guys are great, whatever. And so they were just super nice. And then we got to do the Q&A. I was very surprised with the Q&A how similar like questions people have. One of them that was asked twice was what their favorite songs to perform were, which was kind of cool to find out, except for now I can only remember a couple of them. I know that Evan said his favorite is Perfect Score, and Ty said his was Secrets, and Tony said his was Breaking Ground, but for some reason I can't remember what Derek and Ryan said their favorite songs were. But they also answered a bunch of different questions. I got to ask them a question at the Las Vegas VIP. I asked them who their favorite superhero was because I've really been on this whole superhero kick lately. I just finished watching Arrow and The Flash, but none of them really had an answer except for Tony said that his favorite was someone from X-Men, but I don't really watch X-Men, so I didn't know that. Derek said he likes Deadpool, even though Deadpool's kind of like an anti-hero. And Ryan said his favorite was this Japanese superhero, which I don't remember the Japanese name, but when translated, it means bread man. Basically, it's a superhero for like children, but that was pretty cool. But yeah, the Q&A was super awesome. We just got to learn a bunch of like cool stuff about them and just hang out with them. In the VIP package, we also got some merch, which I will show you a little bit later in the video. So it was a super, super great deal. I think it only cost like $50 for VIP, and we got a bunch of cool stuff. So that was cool. Definitely worth the VIP price if you ask me, and especially too because they let us go in before the general admission people went in, so pretty much every single person that bought VIP got to be front row if they wanted to be, and if they weren't front row, they were very, very close to being front row, which was a big selling point for me because these two shows were my 7th and 8th time seeing State Champs live. And out of all the 6 times before these two shows, I had never been able to get front row, even with VIP. I've always been super close, but I've never been right on the barrier, which is exactly where I wanted to be because I just wanted to look into Derek's eyes and sing to him and look at all of them up close and have them scream lyrics at me and me scream them back. And it was absolutely amazing. So because I had VIP, I was fortunate enough to get front row for both shows. At the Salt Lake City show, I was on the right-hand side of the stage, right in front of where Tony plays his guitar. And at the Las Vegas show, I was just to the right of center stage, so I was right in front of, just off to the side of Derek's little platform that he stands on when he performs. And so it was super cool. I got to be really close to them. So along with State Champs, they obviously had opening bands, which I was really excited for all 3 of the bands that opened for them. This is a show, the first show that I've been to in a long time that I have actually liked and known songs from all 4 bands. It's been a while since I've been to a concert that had a full lineup of bands I already knew and enjoyed. So the other bands that opened for them, the first one was the band BROCO, which is a band from England. And they were super awesome. I had heard of them before and listened to them before because they opened up for 5 Seconds of Summer on their like European leg of their Sounds Like Feels Like tour. So I did know them. They were super, super awesome live, and I will definitely say that I liked their music before, but it wasn't like my absolute favorite. But after seeing them live and the energy and stage presence that they have, I am 100% a fan. I actually am really sad because I forgot to buy merch from them and I got home and I instantly regret it. So I'm definitely going to have to get on their website and order something from them because they were a great band. I think that they sang 7 or 8 songs. So they were quite long sets for opening bands. Usually the first band on a line of 4 bands will only play like 4 or 5. Afterwards, after the show, at both shows afterwards, they were hanging out. At the Salt Lake show, I got very, very sick because I had a terrible, terrible cold that I think was turning into the flu. I started getting it the day before the concert, but I wasn't about to miss it because State Champs is my life. So I just went to the concert anyways. So I ended up leaving the crowd 3 songs early after State Champs set because it was just too much for my body to handle and I was dehydrated and I hadn't eaten all day because I felt sick. So I bought some merch, and then all of the members, a bunch of the members of the bands were hanging out outside afterwards. I know a bunch of people got to meet them, but I didn't at the Salt Lake City show because I left because I was sick. But at the Las Vegas show, I was staying the night in a hotel, so I didn't have anywhere to go other than the concert. So I hung out for a while afterwards, and I got to meet the lead singer of BROCO. But this is my picture with him. He was super, super nice. It was super fun to get to chat with him. I got to talk to him for like 10 minutes because there was just a group of us there just talking to him. This was their first time touring the US, so it was quite a big deal for them to be touring across another country. And I told him that I had been to the Salt Lake City show too, and they were 10 days apart, so relatively close, and so we just talked a little bit about how the crowd's different and the town's different and all that. So it was really great to get to talk to him. I definitely hope that they will be back to the US sometime soon because I really love them. The next band that was on the bill was another one that I was super excited for, and if I'm being completely honest, I almost liked their set more than State Champs. Not because I didn't like State Champs or their set wasn't good, but I had already seen a lot of the songs that State Champs had performed live before, so it wasn't anything new. a lot of it was just repeats. I was really excited for this band because it was the first times that I had ever seen them live. And that is the band With Confidence. With Confidence are a pop punk band from Sydney, Australia. I've been listening to them for a while. They were on Warped Tour last summer, but I didn't get to see their set because of conflicts with other band sets and meet and greets and all of that. And I 100% regret it today because now they're one of my favorite bands. They're probably in like my top 5 favorite bands. But their set was super awesome. They sang 8 songs, I think it was, as well. And they just have insane stage presence. Like, Josh is just like pounding those drums back there, and Innie has an amazing voice and is so energetic on the guitar, and Luke is just like a badass and just like plays the shit out of his guitar and is jumping around, and like his hair, I love Luke's hair. If there's one thing, like, he has better hair than I do, and I hate him for it. And then Jaden's voice could just like soothe me in any situation. I could listen to him sing for hours at a time because it's just that amazing. And I love a bunch of their songs. They sang a really good mixture of songs off of Better Weather and their EP, which I think is their Distance EP. London Lights is my favorite song that they sang. The time change at the end slays me every time, and it's just like an insane song. Both times that they played it live, there was several people standing around me that didn't really know With Confidence, and when that time change hits and it goes from kind of like this more pop song to like this raging, like quick, like thing, and everybody's just screaming their lyrics at him, they were a little caught off guard, and I love that. The same thing with Confidence. A bunch of them were hanging out outside after the Salt Lake show, but I left early, but I was able to talk to Josh at the Las Vegas show. So here is my picture with him. He is the nicest human being I have probably ever met in my entire life. He is like the sweetest, most genuine soul. But I got to talk to him also for like 10 minutes, which was super awesome because there was a lot of people waiting to meet him. But he was really great and he was really good to talk to. I talked to him too about the difference between Salt Lake City and the Las Vegas crowds because there is a very distinct difference between the two. And he also confirmed that With Confidence will be on a tour with a band in the US again before the end of the year. If you weren't able to catch them on State Champs tour and you really like With Confidence, they will be back to the US later this year. So I'm super excited for that because I loved them. And then the last band besides State Champs was Against the Current. They are a band from New York, and I had also listened to a lot of their stuff and heard of them before. They were also on Warped Tour last summer, I believe, and they're a super great band. Out of all the bands on the bill for this concert, Against the Current was probably the band that I knew the least, but it was still really great. I think that their set was 11 songs long, so it was a pretty good set for an opening band. And yeah, they were just high energy. All of them are super talented. Chrissy is amazing. I love her voice. But I will say that if you like them or you're interested in their music and you haven't seen them live, I 100% recommend it. Especially for someone like me who didn't know their music a lot. I had a great time watching them. So for someone who does know their music and is a big fan of them, you would definitely appreciate it. The last band, obviously, State Champs, were absolutely amazing. Their set was the longest set that they've ever played. It was like 20 songs, which is an insane set for a headlining band. Especially, like, there are huge bands that I have seen that are selling out arenas that don't have 20 songs on their set. So it's absolutely amazing. They sang songs from both The Finer Things and Around the World and Back. A very good mixture. It was probably even how many they played from each. I will include the set list down in the description below for all of the bands in case you are curious about what songs they played. But yeah, State Champs is insane every time I see them. I absolutely love seeing them. Their energy is amazing, absolutely amazing. And Derek's vocals are so good live. Evan is just like a kick-ass drummer. Freaking Ryan is one of my favorite bass players to watch perform ever. Tony is so cute on stage. I know, like, when people meet him and talk about him, he's kind of more of like the standoff, like, timid, shy one, but when he's on stage, he's just insane. And Ty is just the funniest, most energetic like person ever. I just freaking love him. Overall, 100% recommend seeing them live if you've never seen them, or if you have seen them, like, just keep going to see them because they never disappoint for me. I have seen them 8 times now, and not once do I regret traveling to see them. I will say though, with my experience with the 2 different venues, the 2 different crowds, I have to say that the venue in Las Vegas was my favorite venue out of the 2. It was at Vinyl in the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, and it was awesome because the barrier was very, very short. There's probably only about a foot of space between the barrier and the stage, so that was super awesome. And they were just like right there, like on eye level, opposed to the venue in Salt Lake, which was at the Complex in the Grand. The stage is very, very high up. So you kind of have to look up at the band when they're performing, and there's a good 5 or 6 feet between the barrier and the stage. It is a very, very long gap. So I have to say that I liked the Las Vegas venue better, but I will say that Salt Lake City crowds are far superior to Las Vegas crowds. At least for this show, that was the case. In Las Vegas, the crowd was really great for state champs, but for Don Broco with Confidence and Against the Current, there was a lot of people that didn't know their music, and if they didn't know their music, they weren't really participating in the crowd, which is kind of a bummer when you have someone like me who knows all of the bands, and I'm trying to get into it, and the people around me are just standing around. But I will say, in Salt Lake City, a lot of the people around me did know With Confidence and Against the Current, and even though there was a lot of people who didn't know Don Broco, whenever the band was asking the crowd to participate in something, they were very, very good to participate and jump and be wild and crowd surf and whatever. So I will say that out of the 2 of them, the Salt Lake show was definitely more fun crowd-wise, but the Las Vegas show was more fun meeting people and the spot that I had wise. So overall, it was a great, great experience. I wish I was going to more shows because they are amazing, and I will keep going to see state champs every single time they come anywhere near me. The same with Confidence. Before we go, I just want to show you the merch that I got because I dropped a big chunk of change on some merch. And I got some cool things I'm going to show you that I got from the VIP too. So we will start with those. So obviously we get a copy of their deluxe album, and then along with the album we also got this drawstring bag that's just gold with the State Champs logo on it. Then we also got this poster that is signed by all of them, so that's pretty cool. And then we also got these guitar picks. So we got this one from Ryan that has Guy Fieri on it, and it says "Welcome to Flavortown." My camera doesn't want to focus. And then it just has fire. It says Ryan Scott Graham on the back. And then there is this one from Tony that has like a dragon. Is that a dragon? I think it's a dragon. I don't know. And it says Lords of Albany and their logo on the top. And then on the back it has his Twitch username. So that's pretty cool. And then Ty's just has the Adidas sign with his @Tyzall on it. And then this side is just the State Champs Globe logo. So pretty cool guitar picks. So that's what we got for being VIP. And then the next couple of things that I got, when I met Don Broco, they were giving out free posters. So I got this free poster, and it's signed by this guy who is the one that I met. And it's just them on this side, and this side is a poster of their album cover, Automatic. So I got that. And then at the Salt Lake City show, I got a copy of With Confidence's set list, which was super cool, and I'm super excited about it. And I'm excited to hang it on my wall. I have 2 other set lists that I have hanging on my wall, so I'm excited to add it to my little collection. And I just really love With Confidence, so it's cool to have their set list. The rest of the stuff is merch that I bought. I keep looking back because I have a pile on my bed. So I'll just start with the first couple of things that I got that's not like clothing. So this one I got in Las Vegas. It is the State Champs hat. It's just got the Globe logo, and then on the back it says State Champs. And then I'm filming on my phone, so I just have my phone case, but I got this pop socket State Champs pop socket. It's just their globe logo, and it's just one of those things that pops out and you hold it on your phone. And I will say that this 100% makes using your phone a lot easier. So yeah, and prices on these, this was $25, I believe. The pop socket was $10. And then I got a copy of With Confidence's Better Weather on vinyl because I'm a vinyl junkie and I definitely needed this one. And it does come on colored vinyl, pretty cool, white and blue. So I really love it. And on the back, it just has this cute picture of all of them, and I love them. And this cost $20. Then the rest of the stuff that I got is clothing related, so I'll just show it to you real quick. So the first is a With Confidence t-shirt. On the front, it's just the With Confidence with an umbrella. And on the back, it says, "Despite the weather, it gets better," which is lyrics from their song Voldemort off of Better Weather. And all of the t-shirts that I have were $20, so this is $20. And then I got a State Champs t-shirt. It is just white and has the globe logo on it in gold. And on the back, it says, "We attract what we're ready for." This was also $20. They also had the same shirt design in a long sleeve t-shirt that was black with pink writing. So if that's more your thing, they have that as well. And then I got a sweater from Against the Current. It's just gray and kind of stripy, and it says Against. And this was $40. And it is the softest, most comfortable sweater I think I own in my collection. And then the next thing that I got is this With Confidence hoodie. It is maroon and just says With Confidence on the front. And on the back, it has this picture and it says, "I'm slowly sinking," which are lyrics from their song Keeper. But this was $40, and they also had it in black if you prefer black. And then the last thing that I got is this State Champs hoodie. It's just black and it has their cat logo in gray on the front, and then it's the same on the back but really big. And this was $40 as well. But yeah, that's all the merch that I got. Like I said, I really wish I would have gotten something from BROCO, because once I got home and I looked at all my merch, I realized that they're the only band I didn't buy anything from. And I feel really bad about it because they're an awesome band, so I'm definitely going to have to get on and order some merch from them. But yeah, I'm going to end this video right here because filming this right now, it's at 28 minutes. And I don't know how I'm going to edit this down to be shorter because I just had a lot to say about this band because I really, really love them. And this is probably going to be the longest video on my channel, but it's fine. But anyways, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want to talk about any of these bands or their set lists or anything about them at all, go ahead and comment down below and let's have some conversations because I don't have any friends really that know about these bands. And I have lots to say about them, so let's conversate. And lastly, if you want to stick around and see what other videos I decide to make and what other concerts I go to, because I do a concert review on almost every concert I go to. If you want to learn about them and stick around and see what videos I post, you can go ahead and hit subscribe down below as well. But until then, I will see you next time. So, bye!